Hey, what up? What up, Twitter family, Facebook family, YouTube family, the whole nine. Man, it's your boy, man, coming through one more time, post another video, just to kind of share with you guys a little bit more revelation or whatever. This video here, man, is called Discerning the Devil. Yeah. Discerning the Devil. Just kind of give you a little insight on a little situation that kind of happened in my life or whatever. I'm gonna give you the real short version, because it was a whole long spiel or whatever. But basically, long story short, man, I had this prophet randomly approach me in Walmart one day, and he approached me, in the name of God, in the name of Jesus, and he shared with me some things, and some of the things that he shared with me, he told me. He said, "Hey, man, you're about to start tapping into your calling, and the devil ain't gonna like that one bit, because he knows that you're gonna be a major threat to his kingdom, so he's gonna start throwing some heavy duty, things at you or whatever." And so not too long after that, I started going through a little situation. I started hearing voices. I started hearing these voices in my head, and in these voices I would hear blasphemies. I hear, blasphemies against God, and if a person isn't settled in the right foundation, if he isn't rooted firmly in the Word or firm enough in the Word, a situation like this could drive you crazy, because there's no distinguished voice that you hear. They just sound like your regular thoughts. It sounds like these are just things that you're thinking, but you're thinking them uncontrollably, so you can't actually monitor your own thoughts. And it's thoughts that you don't want to think, but you can't help but think it. And so while it's happening, something that could drive a person crazy, man. So, during me and that prophet's encounter, man, he told me, he said, "Man, you're going to start going through some things, and you're going to have a really hard time." And then he did this. He said, "Ooh, you going to have a really hard time." Didn't know how to take that at the time. I just kind of blew it off or whatever. But anyway, so I started hearing these voices, and they would blaspheme God, curse God out, I ain't talking about no little cute cuss words, that you would let a baby get by with. I'm talking about some hardcore, heavy duty, let them have it. And so I did everything in my willpower that I, thought that I should do. I prayed about it. God, take this thing away from me. Get these are demons. Like, these got to be demons, because these can't be my own thoughts. Take these demons away from me. I don't want to think these things. And I used to start second guessing myself a little bit. Like, well, God, maybe these are my own thoughts, and if they are, purge my heart, purge my mind, cleanse me, restore me. I don't want these to be my thoughts. If these are things that are hiding in the cracks and crevices of my heart that I was completely unaware of, wash that. Forgive me first, and cleanse me, make me pure again. Prayed about it, wouldn't work. Didn't really want to talk to too many people about it, because a situation like that is kind of hard to explain. And then even if you could explain it, some people might look at you crazy, like, "Oh man, this boy, oh man, whatever." So I told my mama about it. She consulted with a kind of like a prayer warrior, like a evangelist or something, back in my home church from Orange. And I never got to speak with the lady directly and us actually pray about it, but how people say, "Okay, well, I'm gonna be praying for you." She gave me one of them. Anyway, the voices still didn't leave. So eventually, man, I had to tell one of my friends, one of my Christian friends, and we talked about it, and we joined hands, we prayed about it, and I'm sitting there thinking, God, I'm where two or more gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst also. Well, well, we're gathered here together, and we're praying on one accord for a common cause, and I need you to show up. I need you to intervene in this situation. I need you to, get these demons riding me, man. Get these things up off me. Voices still wouldn't go away. I said, okay. So I went to my biblical knowledge. I went to the book of Ephesians, and I said, okay, well, I'm gonna, since this is a mental attack, it's an attack of the mind. I said, well, I'm gonna go pick up the helmet of salvation. In Ephesians, where it talks about the armor of God, it mentions the helmet of salvation, and this helmet is used to resist attacks of the head, attacks of the mind. Man, I started trying to put on the whole armor. Man, I'm trying to use the sword of the Spirit, the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness. I'm trying to do everything that I possibly can think of, to do to get these demons up off me. And finally, I'm praying and praying and praying, and it's like God was just silent, man. He just wasn't saying nothing back. And finally, I got a response. I said, God, listen, there's absolutely nothing that can happen without your consent. There's no temptation that the devil can tempt me with. There's no trap. There's no mountain. There's no blessing. There's absolutely nothing that can take place or transpire in life in general without you okaying it first. That's called God's sovereignty, his rulership over all creation. And he's created everything, from the angels to the demons to everything. So for this thing to be taking place, and for you to be allowing it, why are you allowing this thing to take place? And then finally God spoke to me. And he asked me a question. He said, if the devil didn't present himself in a red jumpsuit with a pitchfork, talking like the devil, would you know if it was the devil or not? I say, God, we ain't got time to be playing 21 questions. I can't think well enough to, answer no trivia questions. Please explain to me, what do you mean? And he said, okay, I'll show you better than I can tell you. So all of a sudden, I'm sitting there having this talk with God. God, man, I'm praying for you to take this thing away from me. And, this is my thorn. Paul mentions the thorn that he was given in the flesh. It was a thorn. He didn't mention exactly what the thorn was, but he mentions this in 1 Corinthians or something like that. It was a thorn given to him, sent to torment him day and night. He called it a messenger of Satan, sent to torment him day and night. And I said, God, this is my thorn. How do I get rid of this thorn? All of a sudden, my phone vibrates. Some random girl that sent me a message on a social networking site. The message, I don't even remember what she said. I don't remember who the person was. I don't remember what she said. But it wasn't nothing bad. And I simply went to respond. And right when I was about to hit send, God said, don't send it. I said, well, why not? It's nothing bad. She didn't say nothing bad, and I'm not going to, respond bad. It's just a simple question and answer. I'm going to go ahead and send it. He said, no, don't send it. So I look at the message. I look at what she say. I saw what she said. I looked at my reply. I said, well, I don't understand, because it's nothing really bad, Why not? He said, don't send it. I said, oh, Lord, you over-exaggerating. I sent the message anyway. All of a sudden, those voices that I could hear in my head blaspheming God was so loud, like they were clouding my thoughts. I couldn't even think straight. I said, oh my God, what's happening? What's going on? Why are these voices so loud? And God said, man, if it takes the devil coming to you with a red jumpsuit and a pitchfork, talking like the devil, for you to know if it's the devil or not, he said, you'll never know when it's the devil, man. He said, look, the devil comes in ways that are inconspicuous, ways that, you would think, oh, that's no big deal. It's just a message. Oh, she just said this, I'm just going to say that. Or it's just something so minute, something so small, something, so irrelevant. He said, the minute you fall for it, he got you. that toehold becomes a foothold. That foothold becomes a stronghold. That stronghold becomes an addiction that you can't shake, or it's hard to shake, you know, just from the small things. He said, now I'm going to tell you a little secret. He said, those demons you was praying about, he said, when you thought I was silent, he said, I wasn't silent. You was just praying for the wrong thing. I said, well, what you mean? How was I praying for the wrong thing? Because I'm praying for you to make these things leave. Let me go. And he said, exactly. You was praying for the wrong thing. I said, well, how was I praying for the wrong thing? He said, because you thought those demons had a hold of you. I said, well, they do. I'm asking you to let them go. I mean, I'm asking for you to, make them to let me go. He said, exactly. You're praying for the wrong things because you thought that those demons had a hold of you when really you had a hold of it. Prime example. A message as simple as Twitter. The message I told you not to respond to, all the devil needs is just a little crack, a little crevice. It was no reason why he used the snake, the serpent, because it was the most craftiest creature in creation at the time that he used to slither on in and just come in a way that was so unnoticeable. Something, a way that was so small, so irrelevant, so it's not a big deal. Everybody's doing it. This is just a normal thing to do. Ways like that. He said, the minute you fall for it, he got you. So when you thought I was being silent because you thought I was being mean, you thought I just didn't want to answer your prayers and, whatever you was thinking. I know your thoughts. I know what you was thinking. When you thought I was trying to be mean, he said, I just want to let you know you was praying for the wrong thing. You was praying for some demons to let go of you when really they have no power. They have no authority over you except the authority given. So really they weren't holding on to you. You was holding on to them in ways that are so inconspicuous, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, whether it's a text message, whether it's pictures you need to delete, whether it's emails you need to delete, whether it's videos you need to delete, whether it's people you need to delete. You holding on to those demons. And I said, wow. And so I told y'all that to say this. If you're going through something in life and you feel like something has a strong hold on you and you're praying to God, God, take this thing away from me. God, I'm struggling with this. God, help me let go of this. God, God, this is what I'm facing and I just can't seem to get rid of it. It has a hold of me. And it seems like God isn't answering. Maybe you're praying for the wrong thing. Maybe it don't have a hold of you. Maybe you have a hold of it. So, but hey, until next time, man. Till we meet again, man. I hope y'all stay blessed out there, man. And I'm gonna get at you. Catch you on the rebound. Y'all be cool. Hey, follow me on Twitter at Kendrick LeBlanc. Do I need to spell it? KENDRICK LEBLANC. Y'all got that? All right, cool. Now y'all be easy.